Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a 12 by 12 layout, and this is for the Learning is an Adventure YouTube hub that I'm doing along with a lot of talented lovely ladies. So be sure to check out all of their links down in my description box and follow along on this hub. Now I am going to be documenting this photo of my grandson, and that was taken on the first day of school this year, 2019, and he is beginning second grade. For my layout today, I'm going to be using mostly Back to School by Echo Park. And in this collection pack, you can see I got a sheet of stickers, and I believe there are about 12 different pattern papers, and they are double-sided. So right now I'm just going to go through them and select the pattern papers that I wanted to use on this layout, and you can see all of them are pretty busy, and my photo is also very busy. So I had a bit of a hard time selecting a background paper, and you'll see eventually I chose the busiest one of all, but I really made it work, and I absolutely love how this layout turned out. I decided to go with this alphabet background, and you can see there's a lot of alphas on there, all different colors. And I will go ahead and list the items I used today down in my description box. I'm really loving that wood grain, but I don't think it went really well with the photo that I'm using today, but I really love that wood grain pattern paper there. And I also was considering using that green plaid paper as well, but you'll see I decided to go with this paper as my background. So here I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the manufacturer's strip, and I do go in and mat this paper on a piece of cardstock, and the cardstock is green, so I'll go ahead and cut that cardstock so that way I'll be able to use the center part to mat my photo on later on. Once I have my background paper selected, I went in and decided to cut apart all of these sheets that I think that would work with my layout today. I really wanted to use this strip, but it just did not make it onto my layout. It just didn't work. And I love this border strip as well with the school bus, and that actually made it on, so I'm happy about that. And there were also some cards, some cut apart cards that I'll go ahead and cut out as well. You can see I gutted my green cardstock, and here I'm just cutting off about a ½ inch off two sides of that pattern paper, and then I'll go ahead and mat it on that green cardstock. Next up, I am going to begin working on matting my photo. Now, like I said, this pattern paper I choose to use as my background is extremely busy. And as always, I want my photo to be the focal point on my page, even though there's gonna be so much more going on around it. I want you to be able to focus on my photo at first glance. So I decided to go ahead and mat my photo on the green cardstock. Next up, I matted it on a black cardstock, and then the green cardstock once again. After placing it on the background, I felt it was just a little bit lost still. So I went in and added this star pattern paper, And here I'm just using this notebook punch to add a bit of detail to the top of that pattern paper. And that's where my photo is gonna sit. And here I'm adding in a piece of green pattern paper as well with the notebook punch. And I'm also matting my photo once again on some white cardstock and then later on some black cardstock. And adding so many layers behind my photo definitely made it stand out against that busy background and overall busy layout. So before adding my photo to the background, I went ahead and distressed the edges of that last black cardstock I added behind it. And here I'm just adding some foam tape as well, just to add a bit of dimension to the layout by lifting my photo off the page. Next up, I believe I will be working on the border towards the bottom of my page. I added in the little border strip with the school bus, and I wanted something else down there to separate it from the busy background. So I am gonna go ahead and cut off part of the border strip that says today is a good day to learn something new, and that is written on a white background, and I feel like that would add a really good separation between the busy pattern paper and the border strip with the school bus on there. At first, I was thinking back to school. On that card next to my photo would be my title, but I wanted something big and bold as my title just to balance off the boldness of the busy background paper. So I went ahead and grabbed these alphas, these stickers, and they are black with just a little bit of gold running through them. And my title reads, Grade 2, Here I Come. So I have a pretty bold title on there now. So now I'm going to add in a journaling spot next to my photo, and you can see that brought in a bit more white to my layout. And I'm going to go ahead and add the journaling that says Jaden's first day of second grade. He was so excited to begin. Just look at that awesome smile on his face. Wishing you a great year. And I added in the date, which was August 2019. That's the day that he started. So now to embellish my layout, I had just that sticker sheet, and I did not want everything to just be flat on my page. So to some of the stickers that I added, I used some foam adhesive behind them just to lift them off the page and add a bit more dimension. Now everything on this layout I used was from that Back to School collection by Echo Park. And the only other two items I brought in here, not from that collection, would be a flare and some enamel shapes. I also brought in some Nuvo drops towards the end as well. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and add these stickers in, adding some of that foam adhesive behind some of them. And next up I'll add the flare, and I will use a bit of foam adhesive behind the flare just to lift it off just a tiny bit. And you'll see this layout is extremely busy and colorful, but I really love how it turned out. And being a school layout, I felt like it needed to be playful and it needed to be colorful and bright. And you can see, although there's so many things going on this background, so many different colors, my photo does stand out. I did use a 4x6 sized photo, and that definitely helped. Instead of using a smaller one, it definitely helped to use a larger photo on here. and I really love how it turned out. Up next, I am gonna go ahead and add in my Nuva drops, then I'll give you guys a close-up look at how my layout turned out, and I also have some still shots coming up at the end. And be sure to check out my description box where I will have links to everyone else that's taking part in this hop today. We're just hoping to give you guys inspiration to get all of your school memories documented and in your albums. So I hope you guys enjoy this process today. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave. If you are new to my channel, I hope you guys take a look around. If you like what you see, do consider subscribing today as well. So I want to thank you all for watching, and until my next video, bye.